I wanted to document my garden during the summer, starting from March up until August. In March, we begin to see the forsythias and the daffodils start blooming. Once I see them bloom, I know spring is here. At this time, the hydrangeas also start to bud. The leaves starting to bud. And the forsythias are now in full bloom. Beginning in April, the peach start to bloom, as well as the cherry blossoms. They're both beautiful. And now I start to see some penis buds. Penis or peonies. And the roses as well. I need to trim this tree. It's overgrown. I'll show you how it looked before, and then later on in the video I'll show you how I trim it after. Late part of May, now we see a lot of peonies flowers. They're my favorite flowers. They smell so good too. I have different colors, light pink, fuchsia. The fuchsia actually look like red. These are roses. As you can see, the hydrangeas starting to have some flower buds as well. Here's another peony and some buds. Here's the tree after I trim it. It looks a lot neater, don't you agree? I love this part of my garden. I like taking a picture here. And of course, I love cutting these flowers. They're beautiful. Now you're seeing, it's the start of June, those are azaleas. And the peonies are still blooming. They have big flowers. So starting from early May or early part of June, the roses start to bloom. And they continually bloom up until August. Here's one of my cherries. Actually, I was just able to harvest 3 cherries. This one, that one, this is the hydrangeas. They're starting to get some colors. I have different shades depending on the pH of the soil. If you want your hydrangeas to turn more blue, you have to make the soil more acidic. So for me, I add some coffee grounds and watch this hydrangea. Later on, it's gonna turn really blue. The next clip is turning blue, and at the end of June, it's gonna be really dark blue. I also planted some vegetables in pots this summer. I have some tomatoes, peppers, some mint and basil, lettuce, 2 peppers, 1 eggplant, a few okra. I planted them from seeds, chives, parsley, and bush beans. I also have cucumbers in one pot. I just wanted to show one of my flower arrangements from the garden. This part I love. You will have your flower arrangements every week if you plant a lot of flowers. They make me happy. That's the same hydrangea that I showed you earlier. Now it's really blue. And this one has really big petals. I love this one. It's as big as my hand, you can see. They even thrive in the shade because I planted these under the pine trees. This one has two different colors. It's light blue and there's some pink. There's one that's really pink. It's the same plant. More flower arrangements. And the Charles Darwin is still blooming and it smells really, really good. Now you can see this is the cucumber now. And I'm trying to grow some sweet potato slips from a sweet potato that I bought from the store. These are just stalks that I stuck in the soil. And now they're growing too. Those are the slips. And some scallions from kitchen scraps. I just wanted to show you my hydrangea that had multiple colored flowers. And the eggplant is starting to bloom. And the tomatoes are growing. And of course, more hydrangeas. I love this color. I have one lavender plant and the lilac my best friend gave me. The Charles Darwin rose keeps blooming too. I think this one is a sage. Next to the lilac and next to our persimmon tree, which has tiny fruits. I think it's an American persimmon. We actually bought it as a food, but it broke when it was little, so I guess it broke off the graft. So now it's just growing small fruits. Here's another look at the garden. This is already almost end of July. And here's a view from above. Now, I'm getting a lot of these little tomatoes. It's a non-stop supply. We can make them into tomato salad. Just add some olive oil, some lemon, cilantro. You can also add some cucumbers. And top it off with feta cheese. This is my cucumber with little cucumbers and a lot of flowers. I had to hand pollinate them. I have another video on how to do that. Just wanted to show you there's a bee there working. Keep working, bees. There's a cucumber I can use for my salad. The cucumbers grow rapidly. You have to watch it and make sure you harvest the fruits. I'm going to harvest some of my tomatoes now. Don't they look so good? They're so juicy. Once you put them in your mouth, the juice just pops out. They're so good. There's nothing like freshly picked fruits or vegetables. We're now in August, and guess what, guys? The hibiscus are blooming. I love these flowers. They make me feel like I'm in a tropical vacation or something. They're huge too. I don't know what's causing the leaves to have holes. I think some insects are eating them. I have to find out. And here are the tomatoes now. This is August. You'll keep getting vegetables if you plant them. Here's how they look. These are the okras. I still didn't get any from them though. I'll be waiting. My bush beans, I was able to harvest twice already. It's still giving me fruits. I'll show you some. There's one right here. And there's another one hiding somewhere. My pepper still has a lot of flowers. Next year I'm going to plant a lot more of those because I use them a lot for cooking. And the cucumber, I'm still getting some short fruits. The succulents. This one I thought it was gonna die. It started to pop some babies. And this turned out to be beautiful. And this has a lot of babies as well. I beheaded that one. And this one is alive. I just rescued that broken stem. There you just saw the sweet potato that I planted in the ground. And here's a lot. The hostas are blooming. And no more hydrangeas. The garden. This is the sayote. I planted it in the ground. I think it will take about 3 months before it starts to give me fruits. So it's July or August, September, October. Maybe by November. Hopefully I'll get some sayote for my tinola. Here's the last look at the plants. This video is getting so long. It's the whole summer video. It's almost done. It's the mint. More sweet potato. Planted it at the bottom of this tomato and my husband's basil.